In today's video, we'll be learning how to create this image carousel in Figma. My name is Jacqueline and this is Secure Designs. As usual, be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't for more content. Now, let's get started. Press F and add your frame. Add columns to your frame and set its margin to 100. Press T and type sign up. Adjust the text size and font. Drag it to the top, adjust the font weight and add an auto layout. Adjust the width of the auto layout and round its corners. Add a stroke to the auto layout group. Select the frame and change its background color. Select the auto layout group and change its selection colors. Press T, click in the frame and type out your text. Change its font and center align it. Increase its size and change its color. Press P to activate your pen tool. Draw your first line, press escape. Draw your second line, press escape, and draw your final line. Once you're done with that, press escape twice to leave the vector mode. Change your icon color, round its endpoints, and finally increase its width. Select all three elements, add a frame and rename the frame to navbar. Press R and create a rectangle, then adjust its properties to that as shown on the screen. While holding down Option or Alt, drag the right corner point to the center. Release the Alt or Option and drag the other corner to the center as well. Duplicate the rectangle and drag the copy to the right. Adjust its width and height and change its corner radius settings. Its properties should be as shown on screen. Duplicate the smaller rectangle and drag it to the bottom left. Press T, click in your frame and start typing out your text. Duplicate your text twice and add an auto layout to the duplicates. Then rename the auto layout groups. Set the horizontal padding to both auto layout groups to 0. Make sure all the text are perfectly aligned. Add a frame to the first text and select Clip Content. Then add a frame to the second text as well and select Clip Content. Rename the top frame to Header Top Text and the bottom frame to Header Bottom Text. Change the top text to Street and change the bottom text to Swagger. Select the top text, change its font and increase its size. Now select the header top text frame and drag it to the top. Then increase its height to make the rest of the text visible. Drag the bottom text away and duplicate the top text, then drag its copy below it. Change the text to Swagger and increase the frame width. Now, rename the duplicate and delete the other text. Select both text and add an auto layout, then set the space between to 20. Rename the group to category text. Select the very first text, change its font and font weight, and reduce its size. Now select all the header texts, adjust the space between them, and add a frame. Then rename the frame to header text. Select the header bottom text and turn off its visibility. Select the top text and set its auto layout direction to vertical. Select the text itself and duplicate it. Select the header top text frame and uncheck the clip content. Adjust the space between and set alignment to top left. Then change text to retro. Duplicate the text once again and change its content. Repeat this 2 more times. Select the header top text and click the clip content. Turn on the bottom text visibility and uncheck its clip content box. Select the bottom text and change its auto layout direction. Select the text itself and duplicate it. Then change its content. Repeat the duplicate 2 more times. Select the header bottom text frame and check its clip content. Lock all the foreground elements layers by clicking on the padlock icon beside their names in the Layers panel. Click O, hold down Shift whilst drawing the circle. Increase the size of the circle and send it to the back. Change its color and reduce its opacity. Add a layer blur and set the blur value to 250. Duplicate the ellipse and drag it towards the right, then change its color. Duplicate the ellipse once again, drag it to the bottom this time and increase its width, then change its color. Press P to activate the pen tool and create a wavy line. Press Enter once you're done creating the line to exit the vector mode. Right-click and send it to the back. Then reduce its opacity. Duplicate the line and drag the copy slightly downwards. Then duplicate the copy to create as many wavy lines as you'd like. Select all the lines, make sure the width is set to 1 and group them. Grab the star tool from the Shapes menu and then draw your star. Increase the star legs to 14 and change the ratio by dragging the points. Press down Enter to enter the vector mode and hold down Ctrl or Command whilst dragging your mouse to select the inner points. Then set the points roundness to 1.5. Change its color, drag it downwards and reduce its opacity. Duplicate the star and move the copy towards the bottom of the frame. Then duplicate it once again and move the copy towards the left. Select all the stars, group them and lock its layer. Make sure to lock the layer of the line group. Click on the padlock icon to unlock the foreground layers. Select the frame and uncheck the clip content. Duplicate the rectangle and drag it towards your right. Make sure it's still inside the frame. Search the free pick plugin and load it. Once the plugin is loaded, search streetwear fashion and select your desired image. Make sure a shape is clicked so that it loads into the shape. Duplicate the rectangle inside the frame once again and drag the duplicate away. Search different images in the free pick plugin and load the various shapes. Select the frame and click the clip content box to hide the overflowing content. Press T, click anywhere in the frame and type out your description. We're going to copy and paste these descriptions generated by ChatGPT, or you can use the Lorem Ipsum plugin. Copy the first description and paste it. Then adjust its width. Drag the text slightly upwards and add an auto layout. Then rename the auto layout to this one. Duplicate this new auto layout group. Turn off the text one layer and copy and paste the second description into this too. Set the auto layout alignment to bottom left. Duplicate the description group once again, then turn off the visibility of the previous layer and copy and paste the third description into the new text. Duplicate the description group once again and turn off the previous layer. Then copy the fourth text into the description. Repeat the process one last time. Once you're done with that, turn on all the description layers and make sure they are perfectly aligned on the bottom. Select all the description and add a frame. Then rename the frame to description. Select the second description to the feed description and set their horizontal position to 60, then set their pass-through value to 0. Press F and create a bar. Adjust its size and add a fill. Set its height to 5. Press R and create a rectangle of the same height inside the bar frame, then change its color. Increase the width to match the frame and divide it by 4. Press T and create your text, then adjust its properties. Duplicate your text and drag the copy to the other end of the bar and change it to 01. Adjust its properties once again. Select the text and the bar and add an auto layout. Press O and hold down Shift whilst drawing a perfect circle. Add a stroke and remove the fill. Then change the color of the stroke. Set the stroke width to 1.5. Press P to create your arrow icon. Press Escape after drawing your first line. Draw your diagonal line, press Escape and draw your next diagonal line. Then press Escape and enter. Set its width to 1.5. Select both the icon and the circle and make sure they're well aligned and group them. Then rename the group to directional button. Duplicate the group. Add a fill and change its color. Then change the color of the icon. Select both groups and create a component set. Switch to prototype and connect the variant using the while pressing trigger. Then set the animation type to Smart Animate. Drag it out of the frame and switch to the Design tab. Holding down Option or Alt, click and drag away an instance of the component. You can also get an instance of the component by going to the Component tab and clicking on the component there. Duplicate the component, drag it to the other end and flip it horizontally. Duplicate the frame. Click on the bottom left image and drag it into the frame. Then click on the middle image and drag it to the left. Set its corner radius to 0 and adjust its size. Make sure its size and position settings are as seen on the screen. Drag the point in the corner to round the corner. Click on the image on the right and center it. Then select the frame and check the clip content box. Select the overflowing images and drag it towards your left. Duplicate the left corner image, drag it outside the frame and rename it. Select the frame and check the clip content box. Adjust the size of the middle image according to the properties shown on the screen. Finally, adjust the corner rounding. Hold Alt or Option while dragging the corner points. Then release the button and drag the other corner. Duplicate the frame once again. Drag the left bottom image towards the left and drag the center image towards the left as well. Move the right image to the center. Select the left image and adjust its size. Then finally adjust its corner radius. Select the image in the center and adjust its size and position. Then adjust its corner rounding as well. Select the frame and uncheck the clip content box and drag the overflowing image into the frame. Drag the other overflowing image closer to the frame. Duplicate the bottom left image and drag it towards your right, then rename it. Select the frame and check the clip content box. Duplicate the frame once again. Click on the left image and slide it towards the left. Click on the center image, set its corner radius to 0 and move it to the left. Then adjust its size and position. Then finally adjust its corner radius. Move the image on the right to the center. Adjust its width and height and corner radius. Select the frame and uncheck the clip content box. Then drag the overflowing images towards your right. Turn on the clip content once again and duplicate the frame. Then repeat the process one last time. In the first frame, select the last text of the top text and duplicate it. Then select the top text and slide it to the top. Once the duplicate appears, change the text to street. Select the top text and move it to a default position. Select the last text of the bottom text and duplicate it. Then select the bottom text frame and move it upwards. Once the duplicate appears, type swagger. Then select the bottom text and move it to its original position again. Copy the entire header text group in frame 1 and replace it with that of frame 2. Change the bar text from 1 to 2, then increase the bar length by adding 54. Select the first description, set its position to a -60 and turn off its opacity. Select the second description, set its position to 0 and turn on its opacity. Now, select the description group, the header group and the scroll indicator group and copy them. Replace them with their respective elements on the third frame. Change the number in front of the scroll indicator to 3. Increase the length of the scroll bar by adding 54 once again. Move to the second frame and select the top text and drag it towards the top. Select the bottom text and drag it towards the top as well. Now, go back to the third frame and repeat this process. Select the second description, set its position to -60 and its pass-through value to 0. Select the third description, set its position to 0 and its pass-through value to 100. Once again, select the header text group, the scroll bar indicator group and the description group and copy them and paste them in the next frame. Select the top text group again and drag it towards the top and select the bottom text group again and drag it towards the top. Increase the length of the scroll indicator again by adding 54. Select the third description, set its position to a -60 and its pass-through value to 0. Then select the fourth description, set its position to 0 and its pass-through value to 100. Copy the header, scroll indicator and description groups and paste it in the next frame. Select the top text and push it upwards, then select the bottom text and push it upwards as well. Select the fourth description, set its position to a -60 and set its pass-through value to 0. Select the fifth description, set its position to 0 and its pass-through value to 100. Switch to prototype. Connect the right arrow button to the second frame. Change the animation type to custom, set the duration to 400 and adjust the graph as seen on the screen. Drag the connection from the left arrow to the first frame using the same settings. Then drag the connection from the left arrow to the third frame using the same settings. Repeat this process till you get to the last frame. In the last frame, we'll drag the connection from the frame itself to the first frame. Then we'll change the trigger to after delay with a 1 millisecond delay. Then we'll switch from Smart Animate to Instance. Before we preview our design, we need to set the scroll bar length of the last frame to 54. Change the number of the third frame to 4. And then change the number on the final frame to 1. To preview the design, select the first frame, either press Shift Spacebar or switch to prototype and click on the play button beside the frame. Voila! There you have it, our image carousel animation in Figma. If you found this tutorial useful, please like and subscribe for more designs. And don't forget to watch more videos on the channel. Thank you for watching.